Tony-nominated musical Death Becomes Her. And now the hit show has a new leading lady, Betsy Wolf, who has already made quite a mark on Broadway in Anne Juliet and Waitress. And this morning, she joins us right here on New York Living. Welcome, Betsy Wolf.
Hi! Oh my gosh!
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you too.
Grab a seat. It's early. I always feel like it's unfair to have the Broadway stars on early because you have to do a show tonight.
I've been up since 6:30. I have a daughter. I have an almost 6-year-old. So this is.
Oh my heavens! So yeah, you are up.
Oh, wow. I'm up already.
All right, so Death Becomes Her, which
Yeah.
I just saw last Friday. So good. We'll get to it. But it is adapted, for the folks that don't know at home, it's adapted from the 1992 movie.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the plot of the show.
Oh, my goodness. Two friends who have been love each other but are envious of each other their whole lives. And in the film, of course, it was Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn. And it's just this absolutely hilarious story of these two women and how they find their friendship again. And I mean, it's so silly. It's campy. How do you describe two women trying to essentially kind of kill each other and get rid of each other?
Frenemies, right? They're the ultimate frenemies.
Yes, they're ultimate frenemies. And it's brilliantly translated to the stage. Not all the time do movies get brilliantly done. But this one is really special.
I had such a good time. I laughed from the minute the curtain came up until it went down. My wife and I all weekend were talking about it and quoting the show. And we're picky. We're picky theater goers.
Yeah.
But I will say, the special effects, the costuming, absolutely amazing. The show feels really, really magical. Did you know when you stepped into the show, did you know how much work was going to go on behind the scenes to make that happen on the stage?
I saw it opening night, and I thought this is one of the most special shows I've ever seen. And I knew I had a hunch because I could tell what was happening on stage. I mean, this musical looks expensive. It looks amazing. Yeah. It looks like this is what I spent my ticket money on. Like it feels valid and worthy of a huge Broadway show. And so I knew that there had to be some crazy things happening backstage. But I had absolutely no idea until I started trailing backstage. And the backstage traffic and what goes on is just as thrilling as what the audience gets to see too. And that's part of the special magic of theater. Is it's nuts what's happening back there.
You have so many costume changes.
So many.
You're almost never not on stage. I thought by the end of it, I thought you don't need to go to the gym anymore because
I don't.
That must be a crazy workout, right? Are you exhausted by the time you're done?
You know, it's funny. It does take me a little while to come down from the show though because of the lights and the stimulation and like you said, you were cracking up all night. Yeah. We feel that too, and so. I'm exhausted because it is a feat, and yet it is the happiest exhaustion imaginable. Yeah. Just to get to do that 8 times a week is really, really special. You played Madeline Ashton.
She's glamorous. She's dramatic.
She's crazy.
She's a little bit crazy, a little bit unhinged.
I'm a little unhinged.
I was going to say, what do you love about her? And I know this is sort of a traditional question, but like, what parts of you are in her?
Oh, there's so much. Oh my gosh, there's so many lovable parts, and then parts that obviously I'm like, oh gosh, I hope I'm never like that. You know. I love her journey that she gets to go on. What other show do you get to see this woman in her prime and then truly 20 minutes into the show, you know, I'm in a completely different outfit, different wig, and I'm smearing, you know, black makeup down saying I'm falling apart. It's a dream for an actor to get to do this kind of a range, too.
Yeah, and you must really feed off the energy of the audience. Folks were on their feet. People would come every single time one of the leads came out on stage, the audience breaks into applause.
It's nuts.
And goes crazy for you. Do you feed off that energy? And do you need that energy to get through 8 shows a week? You
know, it's funny. You can't base everything off of an audience reaction. Like sometimes we'll look out there, it'll be a little bit quieter. Certain nights are just by the nature of the show, perhaps like a matinee. It's maybe a little bit quieter, but everyone is just smiling. So, you know, you have to do your show. That is your show. And trust that they're loving it. And they are. And so, but when you do it 8 times a week, you can tell the varying, you know, types of audiences that there are, if it's a raucous Friday night crowd or a Saturday night. But of course, we love that. For a comedy, you want to hear the laughs, but we can also see the smiles too. And it's important for the show, yeah.
Big theme of the show is chasing youth, right? Is chasing beauty, is trying to stay young forever. And that is a reality in our business, right?
Totally.
Whether you're on TV or you're on the stage, you know, there's a bit of an obsession with youth. Would you take a potion that kept you young? Forever?
You know what? Maybe.
Have you learned nothing?
I'm gonna have to see. Well, I'm gonna have to read a little bit more about it. I don't know if I take Viola's potion.
Right.
But you know what's funny is I was looking this morning. I was like, what do I want to wear today? And I was like, I want to wear something from my past. So I wore this dress 10 years ago, almost this month. And like for me, it's part of like the show. You know, like, for me, it's like it kind of like symbolizes like this woman who's gotten to go on this incredible journey. I love where I am now. I love myself even more 10 years later. And I think that that's also what the show can teach you, is that you can really, you can learn to love yourself in the form that you're in.
And so interesting, I guess, as a mom now, how do you pass that message on to your child?
I think about it every day, and when I figure out the secret, I will tell everyone. But I'm constantly, you know, trying to remind her that she is enough. She is beautiful as she is, and exactly the way that she was made. And the only hope that I can have is by living that example for her and telling her, please don't do anything that mommy does in the show.
Yeah.
You know,
has she seen the show? Because it's kind of got some adult moments. Not adult, but mature moments.
She's kind of obsessed with it. Now, she doesn't, of course, know what everything is, but my daughter, she did the same thing with Aunt Juliet and Joy. She loved kind of acting it out, and there's just something about what I do that she clearly loves and latches onto. So, yes, despite the fact that this is not material for a 6-year-old, she dresses up. And now Michelle Williams has bought her Viola costumes. Chris Sieber, but I know this kid is so spoiled and loved by this company. But it just shows you that, you know, theater in any form, even for any age, is just inspiring, it's exciting, and it's all fun.
Before we go, real quick, Broadway Evolved, co-founded.
Yes.
What inspired you to create the program?
Oh, my goodness gracious. About 8 years ago, you know, my parents were both educators, and I said, I'm not going to be an educator. I'm going to do my own thing. And then I just reached a point in my life where I thought, what is any of this worth unless you can share it with the next generation? And I thought all the most incredible artists and friends that I've worked with, they have not only are they amazing on stage, but they're great humans, and they're great to work with, and they're great to be in a room with, and they know who they are. So I thought, what if there was a program that could combine both of those elements for the first time, really, ever? And so 8 years ago, Broadway Evolved was founded, and now we have a foundation, and we can offer scholarships, and over 1,000 kids from all over the world have come. And it's just, it's my way of giving back, but also I'm so inspired by seeing students every year who are coming and who are bringing new things to this industry and themselves.
It's awesome. I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm glad you're doing the show because you gave my wife and I an amazing date night.
I'm so
glad. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for coming.
Great to have you here. All right, folks, make sure that you check out Death Becomes Her. It's on Broadway right now. Check it out. Grab some tickets. You will have the time of your life.